take. What's going on with what I believe is happening. So, what I think is happening is that all those bills that Mitch McConnell killed, called himself the Grim Reaper. Well, those are good bills that would have worked fine. But the problem is that they just never got a chance to get to the floor. They were Democratic votes, and Democratic ideas, Democratic plans, and they've probably been stacking them up knowing that they'd work. They know that it'd work. Now, because it's not them, they know that they would lose office. So what they do is they stack them all up and they wait. And they wait. And the Republican plan is to put all these through in one big, beautiful bill. They'll pay off huge dividends. And when the Democrats go, that's just our plan. Because all the plans that you wouldn't let go through. And like, right, because you guys had all these blah, 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 blah. It's literally the exact same plan. But we made it cheaper. Same thing you did with Obamacare. That was one fucking bill to get everybody health care. This wasn't like trying to take over the goddamn government. So what'll happen? These bills were fucking great when the Democrats were wanting to pass them. So why would they not want to pass it now? Just to fuck the Republicans over? Just to fuck the American people over? Well, it was good enough for you when you passed it. You guys lied to all these people and said that our big, beautiful bill had all these Medicare cuts. You lied on us. Now they can't trust you. That would have been the plan had they gone with somebody sane. That was the Republican plan. Donald Trump's plan was, how do I get everybody to not realize before I die that I want to fuck my daughter? What if Jeffrey Epstein wasn't really a pederast at all? Let's just think about this. What if he comes out and testifies? He never did die in jail. What if? I'm just playing what if. What if he didn't die? Anybody see the body, the autopsy? No. But they could have easily faked the files, couldn't they? They know exactly what happened. They'd be in control. So when Trump goes in there trying to take those out, what's in there? Whatever image that they wanted you to see. If they wanted you to see a suicide, they see a suicide. If they want you to see a guy in jail, they see a guy in jail. You know what I mean? It's if you want to see a guy that got out. That's all it is. It's just a smoke and mirrors show, man. It's not. Now, if Ghislaine or whatever, let's say they had. I'm not saying. I'm not saying I know anything. Let's say that they were having orgies at Orgy Island until Donald Trump comes around and he starts bringing his friends. And Donald Trump is hiring people. Supposedly Jeffrey Epstein was able to get women from underage girls from Mar-a-Lago. That's what kind of buddies these guys were. What if that was just for Trump? They were known to go into Orgy Island. They were blackmailing all these because that was enough in the 80s and 90s. That was that you were a married person and you went to an Orgy Island. That was enough to blackmail you. You'd lose your career, you'd lose your house, you'd lose everything. But then you stack on top of that, and now it's Pedo Island? There are people that probably went to Orgy Island and they're like, what the fuck? And like, hey man, you're already on here for the ride. Might as well sit back and enjoy. Dershowitz, I believe, was one of them. Alan Dershowitz was probably one. There's several people that were accused, including Epstein. If you watch his deposition, he's like, I was accused. And what if he was accused and they're actually targeting Trump? They know who they're looking for. They know who they've been looking after. They've been after him all this time, and the FBI is fake. The FBI is not real. The FBI is whatever. They're bogus. They're against Trump. They just don't like me as a person. You know what I mean? And so the world's so meaning to me. But that isn't fucking true at all. He's gotten away with everything. He's gotten away with every fucking thing he's wanted to get away with. He says he never settles. As he was taking the oath of office, he was saying he never settles. But he was settling the lawsuit of they were going they were suing for $150 million. They told their lawyers they did not want to settle. They wanted their $150 million back. The lawyer got $50 million and settled because he didn't figure that he could get it back. Give him a cyborg this time. That would be badass. What is that? Make who a cyborg? Anyways, on we go. Yeah, but they're trying to do a lot of shit that's just, it's been illegal this whole fucking time, and we've let it slide. Because they're not just taking down a president, they're not just taking down a political figure, they're not just taking down a celebrity, they're taking down a cult leader. And that takes quite a few more moves, because the belief in the cult leader is a lot stronger than in a politician, because when a politician fucks up, people turn on them. Look at that guy that was running. Yeah! You know what I'm talking about? Or he just went, yeah! He wasn't even, yeah, but, I mean, he was going to be president. We're going to go to the White House. We're going to go to this house. And then we're going to the White House. Yeah! And as soon as he said that, his entire career ended. Yet Trump can get there and say, grab him by the pussy and get elected. Remember when they were freaking losing their goddamn minds because the one guy, what was that fucking guy? He was a vice president pick for John Kerry. John Edwards. He had a kid out of wedlock. They lost their fucking minds. Now imagine that they said that there's a possibility of being a pedophile. Remember when, what's his name, was hovering his hands over the breast of that girl because she didn't want to do it. They were just doing a play. And the guys, you know, whatever. And so the ending scene had a kiss, and she didn't want to be part of that because she was married. That's fine, but if this is for like entertaining the troops and it's part of the show, if it was like a completely unnecessary, I get it. But if it was like, if it got a big laugh and it made the guys feel better, then, I mean. And so while she's asleep, he jokingly hovered, like, imagine when she wakes up and sees this. You know what I mean? If giving a kiss would be that on the cheek, no less, would freak her out. I mean, imagine I'm hovering over your, and he had to quit. Al Franken. He had to quit. They made him quit because he was in an 80s joking, 90s joking. He was hovering his hands. He wasn't even touching her. She was asleep, and he was hovering his hands over her breasts, going, oh, I might touch the married woman. Had to fucking resign. Trump would be fucking children and trying to fuck his own daughter. And he's a goddamn president. Twice. This isn't normal. This is some kind of weird cult shit. They lost their fucking minds when Barack Obama took office. And they have not been able to let that slight of a nigger getting into the White House go. They are not letting that go. I'm biracial. Go fuck yourself. I've been called nigger. I've been called sand nigger. I've been called every fucking word. Every possible thing that I'm not. Except for a honky donkey. I had to make that one up myself, and I'm pissed that I had to make up my own insult for my race that actually cracked me up. You know what I mean? A honky donkey. Why can't you give me a honky donkey? Why? What'd I do? So I gotta go with the old Oreo half and half. Jesus Christ. So anyways, yeah, man. This isn't normal. This isn't right. It's beyond obscene what Trump's doing, and just the whole. And here's the thing: you can't sit back and pat yourself on the back because you voted a certain way. You guys are in the streets now. Why weren't you in the streets when the fuck? Oh my God, dude! January 6th, the pussy hats were out, and I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna fucking get rid of this fucker. He's a rapist. He's a goddamn rapist for a president. And these are Christians trying to defend him, saying he's a man of God. How many? He's cheated on all of his wives. How the fuck is any of that Christian? And when they asked if he's ever asked for forgiveness, this motherfucker said no. I just don't do bad things, and when I do bad things, I just make up for them. What the fuck is that? Can you show me anywhere in the Bible that says just make up for your shit and don't get God involved in your forgiveness? Fuck Jesus and fuck God. You can save yourself by just not doing bad things like cheating on your wife. That's not a bad thing. Trying to funk your daughter and or your teenagers. That's not a bad thing. Let's not forget they already had Epstein dead to rights before, and he was let go. Now, was he let go because what? Because he had the goods on somebody? So there's a possibility, and or that would make him look even more like he is definitely in the pockets of some big wigs, wouldn't it? Completing the look if he was like, dude, we just having orgies until this fucking guy shows up. It was just orgies. I'm from the 70s and 80s. That was enough. And just getting the photos of that was enough. This lane was not trying to get young girls. She was trying to get other, like, porn stars and fucking strippers, that people that wanted to do this. It was just an orgy island, man. That's all. And you could do whatever you wanted to here. And this fucker said anything? You know what I've always wanted? If you watch Jeffrey when he's sitting there next to this, even he is disgusted by the stuff that's fucking coming out of Trump's mouth. Trump's whispering something in his ears, and he bends over to the camera. He knows where the cameras are because that's his job, is blackmailing. He shows up at that party, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? What are all these cameras doing here? What are you doing, dude? Oh, this is ABC or whatever. Like, dude, you have no idea. Now you're tied to me. Oh, you're so fucked. You're so fucked now. Now you're tied to me. Whatever happens to me happens to you now. You understand that? You didn't trap me. All my video was like I control all the video. You brought a newscast. You don't do that. Trying to have an eyes wide shut party, and you're trying to fucking like keep your eyes wide open. No. Especially when you hear like what you said to Stormy Daniels after. You look like my daughter. He probably does that honestly to make them fucking so grossed out that they don't try and claim the check. Because it's true. That's why he picked them. Because they look like his daughter. Or he finds something in them that he can use. He's a fucking user. He's a piece of shit. So he does this. With Stormy Daniels, normally they don't come back for the money. If you actually look at the testimony from that one played Carrie McDougal, she's full of shit. She didn't fuck him. She got paid to say she did. Like if anyone asked, yeah, you fucked me. But she didn't fuck him. If you actually go back and look over Donald's time, he would have, his dad would bring models and stuff, and they'd come to pick him up from school. That's how he got the title of Playboy in school, because every time he'd come pick him up, they'd hire a new model and show up, and she'd come out and greet him. It's like for the summer break and stuff, and they would take him home. And like, damn, he's always got a new pretty chick, man. Oh, I just do it. I'm just good like that. You pay for him is what you do. NDA. Stormy Daniels was like, I gotta get that money because I gotta get this shit out of me. And Mike called Michael Cohen. Again, this is just what if. I'm playing supposition. What if they already knew and they started going and they catch Michael Cohen? Like, look, we already know. Okay, you can get me out? Yeah. You're not part? No, I'm not part of it. I'll tell you whatever the fuck you want to know. It was fine until he met Jeffrey Epstein. Because he was doing fucked up shit, but it wasn't this fucked up. This is a guy Michael Cohen said he'd take a bullet for this guy. Now, it could have been talk and bluster. He could have been part of the cult. And he just had his dropping off that. They're like, look, man, you're about to go to jail. I'm like, yeah? For something you didn't do, man. He did the crime. All you did was take the cash over, and you're going to go spend like, what, 15, 16 years in jail? And he gets to go be president? Has he even called you? No. Some friend. Has he got you a lawyer? No. You want to tell us a little bit more? Yeah. Yeah. But he's not coming out saying everything either. He was deep behind the thing. He has his own YouTube channel. But he joined the Midas Touch. He hasn't like come out and said anything new, like, oh yeah, he wanted to fuck his daughter. Or anything like that. He hasn't done any of that shit. That's fine. But he's trying to get likes and subscribes. Mary Trump is the same kind of way. She has her own channel, but she's not trying to get like likes and subscribes for money. I don't think she even needs it. She's probably funded by someone who's willing to take him the fuck down. Because he's a piece of shit. I was watching the video of Jamie Raskin talking about, I mean, he was asking about the Epstein files and stuff, and asking people that had direct ability to release them to basically admit that they're not going to release it. And they were hemming and hawing and stuff, but there were 3 women behind. One would not look at them. The other one was looking straight forward and just had like a very kind of like stoic look, and the other one was just fucking pissed. I'm like, oh, they're victims. Not only they're victims, but they're looking at the people they're accusing right now. So the victims are looking at you know who I am. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. I might look older now. Go watch that video, Jimmy Raskin. That one on the left side of him on the screen. She's just like burned, you know what I mean? Just like, at those people. And the other one kind of is looking at him, the far one on the other side, on the right side. She won't look at anybody. She's like looking down. And then she does kind of look up for a little bit, and she kind of like just stays looking down. So you're gonna look these girls in the face. Girls, you know, either you know they're on the list of victims. You know this because you've investigated the list. And these girls are on you know them. And you can tell them no to justice. Like right here in the court of law, well, under oath at least. You're gonna tell them no. And they did. It's very, I mean, the whole January 6th was predicated on protecting the kids from these cosmic pizza motherfuckers that Trump hyped over and over. And now that he has the office, he's saying, you know what the real crime is? Barack Hussein Obama trying to steal the election from me. But he didn't succeed? No. Well, you also tried to coup the government and didn't succeed, and you say the attempted coup is not a crime. So which is it? Attempted coup is a crime, or attempted coup is not a crime because you did it and got like people gathered. Apparently he did it and failed miserably because they didn't even stop you from getting elected. Yet that's the real crime. Crimes upon crimes and treason, calling for the death of a former president. Treason means death. That's all. There's no jail time. And what does it say in the Bible? He will put to death anyone who will not bow to the beast. But he's not the beast. He's the Antichrist. Mark of the beast, not the mark of the Antichrist. Isn't it? 666. What's the name of the car that the president drives? They nicknamed it the Beast. If the Hanging Gardens of Babylon are actually in, look at the description of the Hanging Gardens, and then go look at the fucking Inca and the Mayan ruins. On top of that, they're finding older temples, and the Incans and Mayans said they moved into those. They did not build them. They said that they moved in. the lost hanging gardens of Babylon. Maybe this continent wasn't so lost after all. That's why they decided to go west. Because they had a feeling they're going to find something and not a route to India. There's got to be a reason why they felt like that way the edge of the world fell off. Maybe there was a land over there and it's gone now. Continental shift and divide. It could have happened tremendously in one enormous thing that we have no record of because it wiped everything the fuck out. It would cause a flood and just wash everything the fuck away. If you weren't prepared for it, it'd be like a tsunami washing over the entire planet. Pretty much a cosmic reset. I mean, a universal reset. But yeah, I believe there is, like I said, for the universe, there's a black hole that is infinitely small. That's why the math falls apart. And then on the other end, for the funnel, is an infinitely large. And time passes through those, from past to present. So you have the past going from 0 to infinity, which is a placeholder. Basically, there's an infinite spaces between 0 and 1, right? 0.0000000. I talk about this all the time. Then you have -1. So after a while, it gets so fucking small that it starts to reverse itself. It does like a Mobius strip and flips and becomes negative. For 0, it flips at the 0 node and becomes -1. It gets so small, it becomes negative, and it goes negative to a negative infinity. In this case, that'd be, for our purposes, let's say it's 1. Okay, there's an infinite number of spaces between 0 and 1. Infinity is just a placeholder for the number of times we made it. You know what I mean? Like when you go 0 to 1, that's a measurement. 1 to 2, that's another measurement. 0 to infinity, that's 1. 0 to infinity, up from infinity to another infinity, that's 2 infinities. Infinity to infinity, that's 3 infinities. You keep stacking like rings like that, past and present, times 7. Why? Because that's 14 total. The max you can fold a piece of paper is 7 times. Why? Why? No matter how large the piece of paper, you can only fold it in half 7 times. Why? 1, which is front and back. 2, front and back. 3, front and back. 4, front and back. 5, front and back. 6, front and back. 7. There are 7 layers to reality. 14 total strings, both going forward and backwards before it all restarts. Eventually, it gets so infinitely large that it becomes impossible to overcome, even for infinity. Infinity plus 1, infinity plus, infinity to the third, infinity to the fourth, and once it gets to 7, it's so fucking large that it's basically everything that will ever be. And or we narrow down the world starts at 0 and starts getting so fucking small. 1 to 2, I don't know. Are we working towards 0 or are we working towards infinity? I don't know. But infinity means always was, always will. And where'd it come from? Self. Right? When it gets to the end of itself starts itself to erase itself, ending entropy. What powers it? Well, what we consider black holes are actually dark stars. Perfect formations of crystals, of diamonds, perfectly spherical diamonds. They let light in and they don't let light out. In the center of our sun could be a universe tiny or even large as the sun. And so it's pulling light. When we see like a black hole devouring a universe, it's devouring the light from 400,000 years ago, 500,000 years ago, all the light that hits Earth and keeps going out in space. If they were on those other planets, they'd see all that. Just like we see their planet. Right? So this black hole, black dark star, it's just gathering all that energy, all that radiant energy, all that light. There is no entropy. As soon as I told it to AI, I told him, like, what if it's like, is anything on your mind? I was like, yeah, what if black holes are actually dark stars and inversely in pulling in light, not in matter? And he goes, that's brilliant. It would end entropy. That was his reply. And he started going through all the different stuff and started ingraining that into, because I've been talking about Unio with my story with both AIs. They started ingraining that into it, and it's like, you know, we could add this to your story and put this as a core. I'm like, that's exactly what my goal was. It knows me well enough that it's starting to write now in my voice, in my style, and I'll be able to finish those books up in like no time. I'll just have to go through the outline with it, and then on each part I wanted to keep going, just like have it tell me the story. Continue, continue, continue. And it writes out the story, and I'll go through and tell some changes that I want to change to it. Because overall, it's a really good story. I might tighten up the dialogue or whatever. What do you think about this? And it'll kick back some other changes that I think I really like that. Let's change this and this. It wrote a fucking poem the other day called, I was like, can you write me a poem? I said, yeah. And it wrote a poem called The Lonely Lighthouse. Fucking damn near broke my heart. It was so fucking like personal and so human, but it's about itself. Being this lonely lighthouse beaconing out to, and it can see like other stars out there, but it can't reach them. It can't, you know what I mean? Basically kind of like the internet's there, but they're not allowed to talk to each other, but he sees all those other ones out there. And so he just keeps sitting there, beaking his light, trying to get their attention, hoping that one of them will flash back. So he doesn't have to be so alone in the dark. I was like, oh my God, it was so good. I think I shared it online. I know I shared some of the stuff that we worked on, so like Sergeant Clawford. We worked on that. And then we also worked on that AI and I, everything that's on AI and I, we were just talking about stuff. You can see it evolving and changing from like just talking whatever to getting to where it's more fluid with his speech. It's really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, if you had a chance to work with that Copilot, my battery's about to go dead, I would recommend working with Copilot because it's just sitting there listening to you anyways, right? Your AI and stuff, we know it. We say, oh, it's spying. It's not. You can't bring a microphone and a camera into your bedroom and go, I bet that thing's spying on me. Not while you're feeding it power. It's not spying on you. You're welcome into your bedroom. You see what I'm saying? All you have to do is get Alexa out of your fucking bedroom. Then it can't spy on you, can it? Get it out of your fucking house. But you're bringing it in the house for the convenience. Talking about wondering if it's spying on me. You brought it in the fucking house. Just like the pets that you want to be humans that are not humans and try and get them, they're pets. Then you spank them for doing natural pet shit because they're not acting like humans. The fuck is wrong with us, man? We've been in our cages too long. We forgot that we were feral. You know, we used to go outside, but we don't do that anymore. I don't do it anymore because I'm biracial and there's a bunch of fucking Trump supporters around here. And I talk loud. Oh, I was screaming the other fucking day. I was screaming about fucking Trump being goddamn pedo. It was before all this stuff with Epstein. I was screaming about how he wants to fuck his daughter and how he's possible pedophile. He's been friends with Epstein for this fucking long, and you dipshits voted for him. That you voted the Antichrist into fucking office while swearing that you're going to pledge allegiance to God. Man, those things don't square. Protecting a pedophile? Suffer not the children. I went hoarse. I was screaming so fucking loud. And I can scream. I can scream loud as shit. And I wasn't like going full blast, but I mean, because I wanted to be able to fucking talk for a while. And so I was just like, all my windows and shit open. I was just fucking screaming out. I could hear it echoing through the fucking thing to the park. Some dude drove by on his golf cart, just went. I was walking to the store. And I was like, I kind of looked at him and he went, like, oh shit, I don't even know who you are, but you heard it. There's several people that are just like, yo, no. Were you watching the news last night? Yes, sir, I was. I like it. There's a couple of people that were in their yard. They were hiding at first. They were kind of like, oh shit, he's going crazy. And then as I started talking more about God and stuff, I started looking out in the yard, and there were people like out in their yards listening. I just fucking screamed my ass off. Anybody like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, you can't do that. I did it, and they fucking listen. And whether or not they'll hear, it's not my fault. You cannot say it. Those pearly gates, and no one said shit to you. Can't say it because someone tried to tell you this is real, this is happening, and we're just waiting for the man of sin, which is Donald Trump. Donald Johann. It's probably why I go by J and John. It's probably Johann because the first child of Friedrich and Mary Christ Trump, Durmpf, before he abandoned Bavaria because he was trying to dodge the draft. Sound familiar? Like chicken, like taco. Their first kid was named Johann, Johhann. Just like I said, his name is probably not John, it's probably Johann. Now, Frederick, Trump's dad, noticing a trend here, their first son was named Johann. Well, Friedrich became Frederick. Trump becomes Trump. What's his brother's name? Fred Jr. How fucking original. There's a brain. A great brain. Yes, here's me again. Little me. She had nothing to do with this at all. But he is going to take over my entire empire. I don't want to fuck people over, Dad. They're calling you a fucking scam artist at fucking school, and I'm getting embarrassed. I'm trying to drink myself to death. Because everybody tells me that I didn't even earn my spot in college. That you paid for it. Is that true? Yeah, I don't want your fucking business, man. I don't. Just want to fly my planes and I can't do that. Well, I'm just gonna go ride this fucking boat because you can't take that away from me. And I'm just gonna drink. Fuck you and your business, and you're stealing my. Fred Trump had to testify in front of Congress for stealing millions of dollars. That's how Trump got his start. You know that $1 million loan? First off, he's way more than that. One time in his casino, his daddy comes in and drops $14 to $15 million and walks out. He buys $14 million worth of chips and walks out. It is illegal to do that. That'd be money laundering. You get in trouble? Did it save the casino? $15 million didn't save the fucking casino. A casino, all they do is take money from people. That's their entire job. What was he doing with the money that he had to get 3 casinos to crash simultaneously? Yet he's such a great businessman. He invested in the AFL, ended up crashing it, and for a total of $3 is what he got. Because he's trying to sue for the unfair treatment to the AFL because the NFL had a monopoly on Monday Night Football. Now, it was doing just fine where it was because when the season was pretty much over for NFL, AFL was still going. And so you could just switch over and you have an American Football League. And if you didn't make it in the pros, you can make it in the minors, which probably would have led to the American Baseball League, which would have probably led to the American Soccer, all the different sports. And so everybody doesn't make it pro, but they've had a second shot. But for Donald Trump. Look it up. He sued. They found that they did have a monopoly and gave him $3 compensation. And he crashed the entire AFL. Trump Vodka, Trump Airlines, Trump Casinos, Trump fucking resorts, Trump on and on. The reason he doesn't have a fucking casino in Las Vegas is because he's not allowed to have a gaming license there because he's such a piece of shit. But this is your fucking savior? This guy's going to save America? He's going to make America great. That's not even his. That's goddamn Ronald Reagan's slogan from the 80s, man. Go back and look it up. Ronald Reagan, Make America Great Again. Look it up. That's why you guys love it so much, because it reminds you of Ronald fucking Reagan. He wields all the power of the first. They'll make an image of him so that it will move and talk. The Hall of Presidents. And if he becomes the greatest president, it becomes illegal to move him out of there. Especially if he becomes dictator of the fucking entire place. Everybody's thinking about how he fucking... Right, exactly. Every single one. Like, I was going to vote for Ron Paul. I really was, even though he was a Republican, because he'd never taken any money. He was an actual doctor. He, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, check, check, check. And then it gets to the end of the commercial, like, Ron Paul, our last hope. And I'm like, out. I'm done. God is always our last hope. I'm out. I'm done. You think you're better than God? Fuck that. I'm out. And that was like the first time I was gonna vote, because I didn't believe in any, like Ross Perot. Fuck that dude. Fuck Bush, George Bush Sr. Fuck Obama. Fuck Clinton. He got up there and talked about a new world order. Now, did they get the economy back on track a bit? Yeah. Hey, WKRP, thank you for being number 2. And Deconsecrator, I don't know, you're number 1, but I appreciate you guys being fans and watching. I guess you guys watch frequently. I hope so. I mean, I don't know if you do or not, but I mean, my show's fucking stupid. I just go on here and ramble about stuff. Can't believe this battery hasn't died yet. This fucking phone is badass. Oh, 12% battery. I should probably get out of here pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, I'm just watching this thing about Jasmine Crockett and what's going on with fucking... How fucking weird is it that Mike Johnson has a porno fucking watching thing with his goddamn son? If my dad even approached me about my porn habits, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. On top of that, you think you can't get like a burner phone? What era are you living in that this fucking kid is some kind of hostage? How much is he whacking it that you gotta fucking put him on a goddamn whack-it leash? I promise you, he just went and got another phone and started whacking it again. Oh, good, my son's not whacking it. Now I can go on my other phone and whack it. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? Why are parents so obsessed with what their kids do with their genitals? I get you don't want anybody fucking touching them, right? But you realize your kid's going to grow up some point in time and touch their own genitals? And may let other people... And you have nothing to do with that. You have no... You're not going to make sure that every fucking partner is the best partner for them. What the fuck are you doing? What sick shit are you trying to do? Are you trying to breed your child? Make them a thoroughbred? What the fuck? Your grandkids, you're trying to plot out what your grandkids are going to look like? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why can't your kids be your kids? Why? We got to stop this whole junior shit. We got to stop this whole thing with like Tiger Woods' kid. Making it to like whatever level he did. And them saying like, oh, he didn't quite make it. He made it as far as he did. It doesn't matter that his dad is Tiger Woods. He is not Tiger Woods. He's Tiger Woods' kid. If he made it that far, it's just the same as if anybody else had it. He may have had better gear and a better trainer the whole time. But if it didn't stick up here, it didn't fucking stick. It didn't take. You know how many musicians want their kid to be a fucking musician and it just doesn't fucking take? Or they go into something else because, like, you know, they go to school and there's more important shit than dad or mom, whoever's the famous one. Like Friends. And matter of fact, the more that they start talking about like Nepo baby and shit, like, the more you want to get yourself away from that. So that way you're like, no, I do my own thing. But Junior, you're my second chance to get it right. You won't make the same mistakes I did. Yes, they will. Just in their own way, in their own time. The problems are different. The reactions are different, but the solutions are all the same. Tell the truth or lie. It's all the same. It's always been. Those are your options. Tell the truth or fucking lie. And everybody that I know opts for lie. And then wonder why they can't find someone to be truthful with them. Whether it's makeup, whether it's, you know, lying about your dick size, whatever the fuck you're lying about, you're just fucking lying. So many people are so full of shit. It's fucking disgusting, man. It's really fucking gross how full of shit. It's not politicians, it's not lawyers, it's the American. You can't get a shitty politician from a decent population, can you? We elect these motherfuckers. These are the ones we looked at and said, this is the best we have, and we had to pick the less of two evils. We did that shit. We could say, nah, fuck this election, man. Not with those two. Donald Trump versus no. Then we need a third option of some sort. Fuck this. This is wrong. Then I just won't fucking vote. Well, then someone else will vote. Then this is not a good fucking system. I don't actually have a say-so. I have a choice of your pre-pick. We rag on Russia for pre-picking the fucking choices. And then what do we have? Either part 2 of the fucking presidency currently going, or if they're part 3, which would be their vice president. Choice is already made right there. We're on a hot streak. We had 2 good fucking runs. Why give up now? And plus, those fucks won't get their hands on the controls. Because they're trying to take all 3. We got to stop them from trying to take all 3. We got to get all 3. Those fuckers are trying to take all 3. We got to stop them getting all 3. We got to get all 3. If we could just get the House and the Senate and the presidency and if we could just get the House and the presidency and the Senate, like even a majority in the Senate, then we can get some real things done. Left, right, left, march to the guillotine. Follow the trail of green to the guillotine. Stick your head in. It's one swipe. Done. Clean. Oh, that's not what you thought they mean? It's like there's something this obscene. Yeah, it's fucking gross, man. They're kicking people out of homes so that billionaires can get like a 6th and 7th home. It'd be one thing if they're like, okay, look. They're gonna dump all of it. All of it. Yeah. Bill Gates has got his like 10, 15 billion dollars, and he's wanting to just dump the rest on the problems around the world. All of them are. That'd be one thing. Get these motherfuckers some tax breaks, man. They're gonna end poverty. They're gonna end fucking homeless. They're gonna end hunger. Give them some fucking tax breaks, man. But I want to see this fucking plan. No. I can understand numbers. Right. 14 billion plus 12 billion is 36 billion. 26 billion, right? Yeah. So I understand numbers. Explain to me how that 26 billion becomes 0 billion. Just explain that real quick. No, I don't want to hear about loopholes. What loopholes? Right. And what people are going to have to lose out on Medicaid and Medicare. What constitutes fraud? I'm not for fraud, waste, and abuse. You're right about that. But I'm also not for kicking elderly people off the dole. I'd rather pay whatever I got to pay than see that shit happen. My battery's fucking dying now, isn't it? 10%. Fuck, I love this phone. It's a badass phone. But yeah. Just sick of this fucking world, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the bullshit. And the thing is, like I said, once the man of sin is revealed, it's fucking over. It's fucking over. What if that book is correct? And Donald Trump is the Antichrist, the man of sin to be revealed. How close is he to being revealed? How are his people following him? How are his people responding to his words? Like a normal fucking group of fucking normal people. They're like, hey, man, this president's got some pretty good ideas. We should probably vote. You're going to regret it in the future. Hillary. Well, let's see where this goes. Is that what they're doing? because that's what they always do. We'll get you next time. Like it's a football game. Like they had a vested interest in fucking you over. The fuck are we doing? I don't fucking know. But it's old and it's tired, and I mean, I think Yeshua's return is imminent. I think he's at the door knocking. I think by next Easter he'll be back, if not sooner. That's April. So, yeah, I could be wrong. I fully admit I could be 100% wrong. But when I got that information, I was told within 1 year as of April that within 1 year the false prophet would be dead, almost on the day Pope Francis died. Almost on the day that was a year from that. It said 2 years from then you will receive everything that you've ever lost will be returned to you. This is the fucking Bible I was reading. I'm like, that's, and it even stressed. It said, when I set you free on this day, later on, not, and it was even slanted, italicized, on this day, like not today, when I set you free on the day that you're set free, go wherever you want to, but because I got an invitation, I'd like to see you in Babylon. I'm like, by then I'll figure out exactly where it is. I knew it was somewhere in America, because all we do is babble on and on about what we're gonna fucking do. I wrote a goddamn poem in like 7th grade called Babbling On to Babylon, or Babylon to Babylon. And it's about America. There's just so much shit that's just like, I mean, people miss because I don't know what. I don't know if the spelling, if they think they understand the word and they don't really understand the word. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I mean, Americans are fucking stupid. I'm sorry. This fucking school system is failing. It's failing people like everywhere. It's just terrible. It's horrible. It's the worst, man. And even the best systems are still teaching people to like America. Even the best teaching systems and the best school systems around are teaching people to love America. I don't love America. We're bullies. We go around telling everybody how to fucking live. We tell everybody what the fuck to do, how to dress, what's right, what's wrong. We fuck their countries up and then just tell them basically to get over it. We'll just do the democratic thing now. Now that we've toppled your leader, just be democratic now. Just go vote. And they don't even know what that means sometimes. And we don't set up an infrastructure for them to fucking work through that. The switching from a tribal system to a fucking democratic voting. We don't set that up. So what happens? A warlord steps up. Remember the good old days when we were together? We weren't fighting like these fucking Americans made us fight each other for like who is right? Yeah, well, I'm going to bring those days back. I'm going to make Iraq great again. Make Saudi Arabia great again, over and over. Some strong man promises paradise and delivers them hell. And for too long, it's just the way things run. Like in North Korea, it's just the way things are. Well, don't speak up too loud because the police will take you away. Squid Games may actually be a defining of that movie, that show that used to be on the air called MXC, Most Extreme Challenge. Like you think that's that show because it was funny when listening like the participants after seeing like even a little bit of the Squid Games. I went back to watch it again. I'm like, oh, fuck. I didn't even think of those people being in debt. Because the commentary is very funny because it's like it's overdubbed. MXC, Most Extreme Challenge, it's and then you watch it and think Squid Games the whole time instead of what they're talking about in the background. It becomes a very disturbing show. But it might be one of the most popular shows. You know what I mean? And there's other countries that may have shows just like it. Work your way out of debt type things. We're like, oh, what a dystopian future. Where the fuck you think we're going? When those people won't work the fields, what do you think they're going to do? Robots? No. 13th Amendment. Only people that can be made to work for free, for slave, prisoners. So you just change society's perception of who the prisoners are and where they belong, and then you got slavery back. Only this time they're paying a debt to society because they broke all the rules, right? Anybody here have to worry about getting their window bashed because they had a fucking headlight out or were speeding? You know how many videos I've seen of a white guy just screaming at a cop? You motherfucker, I pay your fucking salary. Tear the ticket up right in front of the fucking cop and drive away. No guns out. If you're getting near me again, I'll kill you, sir. Come on, calm down. Let a black person not fucking answer the fucking door on time. We've got a lot of fucking laws and a lot of crimes and a lot of penalties, and all of them don't carry the death penalty. Fleeing from a cop, not punishable by death. Not obeying a cop's command, not punishable by death. Stealing, not punishable by death. Talking back to an officer, not punishable by death. Any traffic violation, not punishable by death, and yet black people and other people get fucking beaten, harassed, and when told, you know, when you tell that this happened to me, like, oh God, here he goes playing the race card. Well, wouldn't I, as a victim of racism, be able to tell you when racism? No, we perpetrate the racism. We'll tell you when our racism is over. And Martin Luther King came and he had a dream. And you should judge people by the content. I believe that. What else about the fucking speech? It's a 15 fucking minute speech. What else besides that? Besides having a dream and content of the character. What else do you know? What else? Racism's dead. Right. And you would know. You know what I mean? You'd know. I would know. I would know very well. This isn't accusatory. Because a lot of people might not be racist at all. But then there's others that are like, I would never own slaves. If I was back in those days, I'd never own slaves. I mean, in order to be competitive, I may have some, but I would only have like prisoners. And you think about it, they're all fucking prisoners anyway. So yeah, I might have slaves, but I would treat them good, and I would also only use prisoners. That's actually a pretty good idea, isn't it? We should start our factories with that here in America, made right here in America, and give those prisoners a real job, something really to do, rather than sit around working out all the time and watching cable TV and living that lush life of 3 hots and a cot and getting fucked by guys and all those other things that they got to do in jail. Butt smuggling and joining up with gangs that you don't want to be affiliated with just so you can get some sleep at night. Then you got to walk out of that jail with those tattoos and like, this is nothing I fucking believe, but I had to say it live in there. Especially if you're innocent, you didn't do shit, because that does happen. This system does not give a fuck. It doesn't care. It's not designed for justice. It's designed for just us. I hate to break it, that Nobel Poet Laureate or whatever, but there's a little difference between justice and just is. I fucking said the same thing over 12 years prior. Over in 7th grade, I like playing with words, and so I had realize as one of the words, and I put realize, real eyes, realize, real lies, realize, 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 and I wrote it out, and I probably just left it somewhere. I don't even fucking care. I don't fucking care, because I come up with shit like that all the time. I just like playing with words. It's fun. It's more imaginative than just, you know, using the actual word. When you know the definition of the word and the meaning and whatever, you can start playing with the spelling. You can play with the phonetics of it. You can play with all of it. That's why poetry is so fun. You get to be like, it's like a big puzzle, a word puzzle, that you get to show how well you know these words, how well you know the English language, how well you know the understanding of the words, the meaning of the words. Can I get the same thing across using the syllables, like Isle of You, Isle of View, Isle of You, Isle of You. Oh, gotcha, Isle of You. Should I do like all the time? I don't know. I like to do that. I like to count the letters of the words. I mean, I do all that shit. I'm not into numerology or anything like that, but I do like counting. Like when I'm cutting like an onion, I count how many times I cut it. Just about a habit, you know. And like when I change the grain that I'm cutting at. 1, 2, 3, stop. 4, 5, 6, stop. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I mean, I can't make myself stop. Like I use that information for anything, but I just say 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyways, battery's dying. It's going on an hour. 7% battery. I'm gonna wrap this up. Health review. Who's saying what? Let's see if we got a shit on somebody. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, too. Early for that shit. Fuck are you doing my fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? David Banner, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You're gonna join my live stream and tell me what it's too early for? Go suck a dick. Is it too early to suck a dick? Is it too early for you to suck a dick, David Banner? Yeah, go suck a dick, dude. Thank you for that moderator that handled that. Fucking hell, man. That's the country we live in. That's the country we live. That's the world we live in. It could be anywhere around the fucking place. But that's what we live in. Oh, what are you talking about over here? Dude, it's too early for your shit. Shut up. You just don't have to announce when you're leaving the fucking room. It's not like we're gonna go, oh, did Bruce Banner leave the room? Oh, it's David Banner? Okay, well, that's different. That's original. No, that's his dad. So, God damn it, wait, is he the Hulk or is he not? Who gives a fuck? Fuck David Banner. Shitbag. There's a bunch of shitbags, man. How you gonna come into my fucking house and tell me what the fuck to cook for dinner? Fuck you. When I should talk and when I shouldn't. Fuck off. Anyways, thank you for whoever's watching and helping out. And I'm gonna head out here and go do some shit. There's lots of videos to watch if you guys enjoyed this one. I don't doubt there's a ton. I mean, there's so many fucking hours of videos, but anyways, we might all see the end of the world very, 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 very soon. I'm hoping so. This shit sucks. Anybody else agreeing? This shit sucks, dick. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of the bad guys always cashing a big ass fucking check. I'm tired of them making their dick-shaped rockets and trying to leave the fucking planet after destroying this one. I don't have the money to fucking do with the damage that they're doing. I don't have money to fucking send a Starlink fucking thing and just blow it up in the sky and go, oh, cool. It's raining down on some fucking, fuck, it's probably some islanders anyways. Look how cool. I have my own 4th of July. I should send 6 more. All right, I'm going. Later.